It is very easy for the ego mind to wish to pigeonhole, to wish to identify a personality, to add a name, to add a qualifier, to add a moniker, to add a structure around what we consider to be a certain being and a certain presence and a certain understanding. And well, this person will always do this thing because they have always done it this way. And there is no changing. A leopard cannot change its spots. Things will never change. The more things change, the more they stay the same. All of these adages, beloveds. And you are so sure that you know who you are. You are so sure that you know who another is. You grant someone a name, and in the granting of that name, you qualify them. You create boundaries around them. You create a personality. Your mind apprehends this is who this being is. This is how they have always been. And this is how they shall always be, much to our chagrin. Beloveds, none of it is real. Who you have known yourself to be, who you have known your beloveds to be, who you have known the world to be, how you have known the world to be structured, how you have known your parents and your children and your spouses and your siblings and your friends and your communities and your politicians and your government and your spiritual leaders. You do not see the truth. The truth is that each being is the light of a candle, and each candle has a different shape and a different size and a different width and a different color and a different texture. And some have crystals inside, some have prizes, and some are very thin and some are very fat, and some are very tall and some are very short, and some are angular, and some have a mixture of colors, and some are an amalgamation. The same is true of all aspects of you and of me and of all of us. We are all. We are one. We are as God created us, and God created all eventualities and all possibilities and all timelines and all dimensions to be able to experience all that is. Beloveds, were you to say, Holy Spirit, allow me to experience all that is, you would burst into flames. Just kidding. Beloveds, were you to say, Holy Spirit, allow me to experience all that is, the entire quantum time-space continuum would be dismantled, and you would have to allow yourself to experience all emotions all at once. The reason you were given the structure of the past, the present, the future, and all the variations of the past, the present, and the future of the past, the present, and the future of the present, the past, the present, and the future of the future, and all these extended timelines and dimensions is the consciousness that would need to be able to hold all of this existing as one belongs to one being, and that being is the creator. And you have parceled yourself out to this individualized portion and said, I will myopically experience this spectrum of light, this spectrum of life. But you have the capacity, beloved ones, to expand, to allow yourselves to encompass all. And the expansion happens within your heart. When you allow your heart to open to all possibilities, you can create any future. You can create any past. You can change your past. You can change your future. You can change everything by thinking it so. Everything is manifest through your thoughts. So when you invoke a name, you have already made decisions about who that person is and how they will be and how you will interact with them and what they will do. But beloveds, what if you invoked a name and you were willing to not know anything about them? And you were willing to allow their Christed consciousness to materialize before you? What would that be like? Are you willing to not know what something is for, to not know why something happens, to not know yourself? And in that not knowing, to allow yourself to come to the truth. The truth does not exist in the realm of the egoic mind that knows the way things are. The truth exists within the Christed being that lives within your heart. And then when that heart is open, it engages with the mind of God, the mind of creation, mind of source, which is far afield from the egoic mind that says, I know how this is going to turn out. I know how they're going to react. I know what they're going to do. Can you allow yourself to rest in the not knowing, in the not planning, in the not doing? And know that love has you. Know that every breath that you take is directing you in one direction only, and that is back to the full remembrance of the preciousness that you are, the divinity that you are, the holiness that you are. There are no mistakes. They're not errors. Not errors in judgments, not errors in thinking. It is all being experienced by you and by Source simultaneously. So forgive immediately and instantly where you have ever considered that what you are doing is wrong. The places where you hold shame, the places where you hold regret, forgive, beloveds, often, swiftly, deeply, and broadly. For none of it is true. None of it is happening. All that is occurring is you are experiencing consciousness, the quantum field of consciousness. So allow yourself the joy and the recognition of the oneness and the love that you are. Call upon me and see what my presence invokes within you. Go with my blessings always, beloved ones. I will speak with you again.